I started working on this job as a key holder when I first started. When I first went into the job, they had so much going on, y'all. For us, corporate problems and management, it was a wreck. So I didn't get proper training. Good morning, Key. Please share this live and tell people. When I came off break, one of the managers was outside the store and asked to speak to me. So I went outside and she was discussing something with me that was going on with her and management. Her problems with management. Okay. While I was listening to her and her problems with management, the other manager, assistant manager, or key holder, whichever one position that she hold, she was inside the store running the cash register. When she had the keys in her hand, it was a man at the ice machine waiting on ice. Okay. She instructed me. She turned around and she asked me, "Hey, Renee, are you on break?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. I'm on break." She said, "Okay, fine. You need to go inside and get on the register." I said, "Okay, yes, ma'am. No problem. I will." She threw the keys in my hand and told me, "Here, don't worry about it. You handle this man. You go handle the ice. I'll go back in the store and get it back on the register." The customer that was waiting on the ice started getting aggravated. Okay, he was already upset. Me not knowing that him and the manager that was inside had already had confrontation. They had already had a problem. I had no problem with this. I didn't have nothing to do with this. I just came off a break. So I turned around. While me and him was arguing, he pushed me and then punched me. Me? I'm going to defend myself. I did punch him back. Yes, I did. Once I pushed him back, he pushed me on the ground beside the ice machine and started stomping me with his steel-toe boots. I can finally get him off of me. Look at my body, my legs. Look at my legs. The employees didn't help. Then nobody helped. They stood there because his name is Desmond Pollard. Yes, Desmond Pollard, Big Des. Everybody scared of Big Des, whoever he is. Yes, I know him because I'm from Kingston. He's from Kingston. That's the only way I know of him. I've never disrespected him. I've never had no problems with him. However, that's why they say they didn't step in it, because it was Big Desmond. That's why, Big Desmond Pollard.
It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner Lucky Wills and Deals. He keeps it lit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Now we got a good video for y'all today. I want to bring back a story that I talked about a few months ago, about a situation that happened at a Dollar General where a man was accused of assaulting a Dollar General employee. And what happened with this, the woman, her name is Michelle Abney. She went to, she got on, Facebook, and told her story about a man named Des who she claims made claims that assaulted her over a bag of ice. Well, Des reached out to me, and he has something to say about the situation because some things have changed. Let me bring up Des. What's up, Des, man? What's going on?
I'm doing good, bro. Thanks for having me on.
Well, I appreciate you reaching out to me. So Des was accused of assaulting Michelle Abney at the Dollar General. So Des, could you tell us what happened that day and what is currently going on? What's the reason why you wanted to come out and speak your side of the story?
First of all, I reached out to you because I felt like you was genuine. That's number one. And I wanted the world to know everybody was in an uproar over steel-toe boots. which that was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
The way the altercation took place, when I come to Dollar General, it had to be about 6:30 in the evening. The woman and the manager, they was outside of Dollar General talking. I spoke with both of them on the way in the store. While I was in the store, I purchased a 6-pack of Michelob Ultras, 4 juices, and the bag of ice everybody's talking about. When I made it to the cash register, I forgot the young lady's name. I paid for my merchandise, and she told for me to wait outside because she had to find the keys to get in the ice box. There was no altercations inside the store, which Miss Abney lied about that. So I walks outside the store, walk back to my pickup, put my merchandise in my pickup, and I gingerly walked back to the ice machine, and I stood there waiting on the store clerk to get in the ice machine to give me my merchandise. The woman, she comes out the door 2 or 3 times trying to get into the ice machine, which at one point she couldn't find the key, so she had to talk with the manager outside, and they had to make a phone call to find out which key opens the ice box. But some kind of way, Miss Abney ended up with the keys to the ice box. I'm not sure what kind of words her and the cashier on the inside had, but she was given an ultimatum, either to come work her cash register or either help me outside getting in the machine.
Mm-hmm.
So Miss Abney walks outside, frustrated, mad. Her first words that comes out of her mouth was, "What the fuck?" I didn't say nothing. Miss Abney repeated again, "All these keys for a fucking bag of ice. What am I going to do with all these keys for this bag of ice?" I said, "Well, go through them one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't want to do your job, just go back inside." Miss Abney got double frustrated. Then she pointed her finger in my face and told me I'm not going to be outside disrespecting her like that. Needless to say, me and this woman, we was at least 2 feet apart. She poked me in the middle of my forehead.
Mm.
So I pointed my finger back in her face and I said, "Look at him. I'm a customer. You're not going to be out here disrespecting me neither." By that time, Miss Abney hauls off and slaps me in the mouth.
Mm.
When she slapped me in the mouth, I held my arm out to keep arm distance in between me and her, because at the time, the other manager was outside watching. She's telling Miss Abney to stop. She didn't stop. Her next motion was she slapped my glasses off my face. After she slapped my glasses off my face, we did get into a small physical altercation where I hit her back. In some kind of way, we fell to the ground. While we was falling to the ground, Miss Abney tore my t-shirt off my back. At the same time, the manager was still hollering, "Stop, stop, stop, stop." So I gets up to try to leave. Miss Abney grabbed me by my leg. So I snatched my leg away from her and I proceeded to walk off. Miss Abney then gets up, went in a little fanny bag saying, "I got something for you." It was a few people outside watching, and she said in her video, yes, it was. Everybody scattered running when she was reaching as if she was going in her bag to pull out a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So I hopped in my truck. I bagged out of Dollar General parking lot. Miss Abney walked me all the way to the highway.
Okay.
I never had on no steel-toe boots. I never had no intentions of assaulting anyone when I come to the store. I was mainly just trying to purchase some merchandise because I was headed to an outdoor event.
Hmm.
And this whole outdoor event now turned my life around behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, because from the first story which broke was hers, and that's what I saw first. And I was just, I go through a lot of videos and I, peep the scene and I, try to find something out. And I seen y'all story and I was just like, I don't really know. And a lot of people were saying that it wasn't you that was in the video that I showed, but it was what Michelle was sharing on her social medias. Is where I got the videos and the Facebook posts and stuff. Because like one of the names said Desmond and the other one said
Derek.
Derek. And so is you the same person, Derek?
Yes. Desmond is my first name, and Derek is the nickname what they call me in the neighborhood.
Okay.
That name she come up with, Big Daz, I don't even know who that is. Hasn't nobody in my life ever called me no Big Daz. I've been living 51 years. Don't nobody call me by no Big Daz. And anybody tell you from my neighborhood, there's nobody in the neighborhood scared of me. I'm the most humble, giving man in the neighborhood that I stay in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now, when were you picked up and arrested for this?
No, I was not arrested and all because the manager told the police she hit him first.
Mm.
Okay, the way they got it set up here in this little town I'm from, when you go press charges on someone, they do not pick you up right then and there. You have to go downtown and you have to press charges. Then you have to go back to see the judge the following Wednesday so they can do something like what is called a sculpatory hearing. And the judge will decide whether to proceed on with those charges. Miss Abney said in her video they wouldn't let her press charges. That was a lie. Miss Abney pressed charges on me. The incident took place July the 12th. Miss Abney pressed charges on me July the 15th that morning.
Mm.
She
Okay.
did press charges.
All right. So what is the outcome of those charges that she pressed?
Okay, the outcome of those charges, we had to go to court several times in between July the 15th and September the 16th. I finally went to court. The first time, let me run it back. The first time I was supposed to go to court, Dollar General was slow on releasing the video to my lawyer. So they had to put it off a couple of weeks, which it came to September the 16th. When we went to court, September the 16th, outside the courthouse, my lawyer walked in. I was outside. My lawyer come back outside and he said, Mr. Pollard, he said the prosecution said they'll drop the charges if you drop the charges that you had on Miss Abney. I told my lawyer, no. I did not do that, what she said I did. The scars that Miss Abney showed y'all in the video, July the 15th, she fell out of a car, out of a moving car in front of my house.
Okay. I'm gonna show those stills. Before I get to that, well, we're gonna talk about what happened at the courthouse on September 16th. Now, this abstract of court record that I have from you that has your name and the information of a simple assault, the date of violation, July 12th, 2024. Location of violation has the address to the Dollar General. Complainant, it has Michelle Abney's name. And it says defendant entered a plea of not guilty. Judgment of the court found not guilty September 16th, 2024. Defendant was not fined or no plans of assessments. Total amount $0. Signed by a judge.
Yes, sir. That is correct. I was found not guilty September the 16th in Law Municipal Court.
Okay. And what being found not, how did they come up with the not guilty?
Well, actually, during the court proceedings, everything this woman told y'all on social media, when they finally showed her the video dealing with Dollar General, she tried to make what she done to me go with the video. They asked Miss Abney, do you know Mr. Pollard? She said, no, I do not know him, but everybody that knows him knows that he works at Masonite and he wears steel-toe boots. They asked Miss Abney, have you ever had any previous altercations on any of your jobs before? She was real adamant. She said, no, sir. So they asked her, what about blues? Yeah, I got into it with somebody there. They said, what about Shell? Yes, I got into it with somebody there. They said, well, what about Circle K? Yes, I had an altercation at Circle K too. So this is not her first rodeo doing something like this here.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's interesting that, you know, man, because I was talking to my friend and she's really adamant about women who put out these stories about men that could possibly ruin their life. And I know this probably was held over you for some time. I mean, probably the information put online on Facebook, on TikTok. I mean, it goes on and on. Your name has probably been slandered all through Mississippi and where you from and all over the internet. How has this affected you personally?
First of all, the first week this incident happened, I had to change my phone number. I had to get off social media. I had to go check on my mama every day. I had to go check on my sisters. I had to go check on my aunties. I had to check on my cousins. I was public enemy number one over a lie. I was raised by 7 women. My mama, 5 aunties, and my grandma. I wouldn't dare kick a dog. Nevertheless, kick a woman with some steel-toe boots on that I never had on.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I feel your pain, brother. Yeah, again, that's the reason why I'm glad you reached out, because I mean, as far as redemption go, I don't know if there's much redemption for on your part, but clearing your name is one thing I'm happy to help you with and share your story with this platform, because man, you know, it's these things happen, and I'm not that they should happen, or you know, but a lot of times when things get on the internet, it's whoever tells the story first and tells it best.
Right.
You know, and then sometimes, you know, tears do get a lot of sympathy. So I'm again, I don't know Miss Abney, and I think that like it's, you know, it's a tough situation, but I'm gonna pray for her. But I think that, you know, this could have potentially ruined your life.
It just about had 1.5 million views.
Yeah.
I was getting death threats from Texas, California, Chicago, all from people I didn't even know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. All right, so let's talk about some of these photos you sent that you said the scars that she had did not come from an altercation that y'all had.
If you flip through those photos, that's a still shot of her of that car they was in. Flip on to the next one. Flip on to the next one.
It looks like there's a foot down here or something.
That's a foot. That's her foot. Flip on to the next one. Okay, you see her getting up off the ground right there on her left knee right there.
Uh-huh.
She shows y'all that same knee in the video she posted July the 16th. She fell out of a moving car in front of my house July the 15th, the day before she posted her video. And at the same time, July the 15th is the same day she pressed charges on me and still come to my house.
Do you think she may have been intoxicated when this situation where she falling out of a car? Because I mean, falling out of a moving vehicle.
Well, she owned up to the judge when we was in court. She fell out that vehicle.
So you showed this video in the courtroom?
No, sir. We have to go back to court. Michelle told the judge that her boyfriend was in Texas. So they couldn't get a chance to prosecute her case and my case together. So the prosecutor and my lawyer, they got together. They was like, well, we're going to push this other one off till we can locate the boyfriend. Okay, that was September the 15th, right?
Mm-hmm.
September the 17th, they locked her boyfriend up. He was in town. He was ducking and dodging and all because I don't know if he got warrants or what. I'm not going to say he does because I don't know. But he was ducking these charges.
Yeah,
I feel sorry for him and all for the simple fact that she done pulled this man into something he shouldn't have never been pulled in.
Mm-hmm. That could have ruined a lot of lives with this lie. I mean, from the hindsight looking at it, it's a lie. You know, and I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of disappointed. And even in one of the pictures I seen, you had a Cowboys shirt on. I was like, damn, it got to be one of us. but yeah, it was just I mean, I was kind of disappointed, and I was out, and I had a lot of frustrations, and I've dealt with, I've had my own issues with violence and all. I just, you turn a new leaf and you start to understand and realize what's going on. And I'm like, this guy's an older guy. And then I was looking at the picture. I'm like, he don't look that big. And she was calling you Big Des. And I was
I'm
like,
not that big. I'm 5'8", 185 pounds. And I promise you, don't nobody call me no Big Des.
Yeah.
That's just something she made up. Everybody's scared of him in the neighborhood. That's something she made up.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody in the neighborhood. A person can walk on my porch right now and knock on my door and ask for something to eat, and I'm gonna give it to him. That's the kind of person I am.
Yeah. So have you had, I mean, since the death threats, have anybody around I'm assuming it's a fairly small town?
Yeah, it's a small town. We got about, I'm gonna say 40, 45,000 people here in the little small town we in.
Okay. That's nice size, or still small town, but compared to a big city like Oklahoma City or Jackson, Mississippi.
Right. We like northeast of Hattiesburg.
Okay. So, is anybody around town gave you any issues? Like, was it like causing some issues? No family.
Actually, you know, only thing that really ever took place was, my mom told me she had been getting phone calls, which I was afraid for her because she lives by herself.
Mm,
And I talked with a couple of more people in my family. They have received those same phone calls too. But actually, me going out on town or something like that, there, I really haven't had no altercation whatsoever. Because ever since the incident took place, it had got me to the point where I didn't want to go nowhere because I didn't know who to trust.
mm-hmm.
I had friends calling and checking on me, making sure that I made it to work safe, you know,
Yeah,
myself.
yeah. You definitely don't need to be going out, and definitely stay away from the burying bags of ice at Dollar General, because
No, sir. No, no, no. Don't want no more ice.
no boy. Nah, but yeah, I mean, again, this it's this is a situation that happens all too often. And it was one situation maybe a year or so ago where a woman accused a random person of assaulting her, and she went in on black men and like had everybody mad at these people for not protecting a black woman. Again, my thoughts was like, we supposed to be protecting black women, and this is what's going on, and it's just like, we can everybody has the choices to make their own decisions, being assaulted or defending yourself or whatever the case may be. But again, we still supposed to protect black women at the end of the day, because I mean, in a lot of cases we do. And you said you was raised by 7 black women.
7. My
7.
mama, my 5 aunties, and my grandma. My grandma raised me.
Yeah. And so I know this has to hurt, but this doesn't change your attitude. It shouldn't change your attitude towards black women. Even though it's a terrible situation, a lie built basically to destroy your life. Um, so I hope that you, if you need any healing or, counseling, that you get that, because, I mean, this probably been the worst 2-3 months of your life.
I'm glad you mentioned in the counseling part. I have been doing counseling in a little place in Hattiesburg called Pine Grove. Ever since that incident took place, I've been having to have to get off from work, and I would go down to Pine Grove and talk to a counselor just about every 2 weeks because I had really went in a deep set of depression.
Mm, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I know it sounds like it could be hard on a person to be called such things on the internet built on a lie. What's some things that's been getting you by? Like, you have a family support, like.
Actually, I got family and friends. Like I said, they call and check on me all the time, and
Mhm,
I'm gradually getting back in the swing of things because I like football. That
mhm.
was keep me grounded now, going to sporting events.
Yeah, yeah. Well, man, I'm glad you was able to clear your name, and get this situation resolved. It doesn't change what's happened in the past, but I do believe this will change going forward for you.
Yes, it is. And one thing I have learned about this here, and I think some of your viewers and everybody else need to learn, fact check before you start spreading rumors on people. They need to start fact checking.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree, man. Because really, man, and I'll be in some of this stuff too. It's like the internet is so fast, and everybody's trying to come up with be the first person to drop the news, and things get misconstrued and said wrong. And so we only have her story, and I think I sat on it a few days, And then I finally did release my reaction to it, because again it was a tough subject, and it was kind of frustrating at the same time. But then so now anything that I've said, I want to apologize to you publicly because I put it on my platform, and of course I didn't have much of facts, and I didn't even follow up. But I did look for a follow up, but I didn't even know what city I was in.
Yeah. But you know, I watched your video, and I also scrolled down through some of the comments. This right here was like 2 days ago. And the only reason why I got in contact with you, because I felt that you was genuine and you was gonna be no cut, no chaser. I felt like I can talk to you. And then when I reached out to you, you reached back out to me this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that let me know that you was genuine.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I try to do my best, man. I don't try to follow no waves. I have my own voice and opinion, and it's not always right, but it's mine, and I can own up to what I put on my channel. You know what I mean? And if I did something wrong, I can be man enough to say I can right my wrongs and give this brother the platform just as I gave her. You know, I mean, I didn't speak to her directly, but you know, I did put a video out there.
And I sure appreciate you for letting me have your platform tonight.
Yeah, and I appreciate you reaching out, man. And again, man, I hope all is well. I hope that you know you get some redemption, man. Pray for her. You know, forgiveness is a big thing. You know, for you, a part of healing. We don't like to forgive. We sure don't have to forget. But I'm not sure if you're a Christian or whatever. But
I go to church every chance I get.
yeah, man,
I don't have no hatred in my heart towards her, but I just won't forget what she done to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's you know, that's one of the toughest parts about forgiveness is actually doing it and meaning it. So, you know, I know it's put a toll on your heart, but man, you seem like a good guy. Um, you know, I didn't when you reached out, I was just like, man, you had an update on the story. I'm like, wonder what the update could be. And it was just like you're maybe just trying to clear your name, and I was like, oh, this might be crazy. But to hear that you've been acquitted and relinquished of these charges, I'm actually more happy that you didn't do what was accused, what you were alleged to do. I'm more happy about that. Now the whole situation, again, you know, if it's an altercation, um, you sounds like to me that you was defending yourself. Um, and you know, there's some things that may have happened if the Dollar General video ever gets released. I'm sure you know.
Well, you know, we both got our chance to see the Dollar General video. One thing Dollar General wanted to see in that video is the still shot of me coming in the store. They zoomed down at my feet. They wanted to know what I had on my feet. I had on a pair of black Nike Air Force One. They say the badge was glistening like diamonds when they watched the video.
On the shoestring?
Yes, on the shoestring. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the video outside the store, the camera is more like in like a little blind spot. It shows her assaulting me.
Mm.
It shows me stepping backwards. Then I goes forward. That's all the video showed.
Mm. Yeah, that's tough, brother. So, I mean, from the video evidence, from these pictures that I seen, from the here's more of the pictures. This is actually her on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's more of her standing up. Again,
That's
this is a picture
yeah.
of her on the ground again. I mean, the proof is here, everyday people, man. Desmond Pollard has been acquitted of these accusations, and his name is fully restored over here. And again, I want to apologize to him uh, because, yeah, of course, using my platform and, being wrong, being wrong. But I know my apology probably won't mean nothing until you get one from Michelle, which probably not. Probably won't get one. I don't know. Have you seen her around town since this incident?
Actually, the street she stayed on, we own some property on there. If I see her, I try not to look at her. I don't want no intention saying I'm trying to intimidate you or none of that there.
Mm-hmm.
But if I walk in the store and she's in the store, I probably will walk around and leave out the store and go to another store.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sucks that you have to live that way, but man, protect yourself, brother. Because if had she got her boyfriend involved in this could have been bad for both of y'all.
Yep, that's the first thing the police said when they come to my house. They said if you would have did something seriously hurt or killed both of them, wasn't nothing we could have did because both of them had weapons in their hand.
Mm.
He had a tire tool and she had like a little pipe in her hand.
Oh, and that's when they came to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yes, sir. The incident happened Friday. They come to my house that Monday, close to about 4:45.
I was wondering how they had pictures. I was like, how she fall out the car in front of your house? So they came to check you about the whole assault.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that was the last time when she fell out the car. They actually come to my house 3 times within a 15-minute period.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I'm glad nothing happened, man, because that would have been a loss, and we wouldn't know what was what.
I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to hurt nobody's child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a choir boy myself. I done did time before. I'm not trying to go back. I love it out here. It's been 20 years since I've been in trouble.
Congratulations. Yeah. That's tough, brother. That's tough. Yeah, you don't want to go back. I done been in trouble. I done been incarcerated before, and I tell you what, that wasn't for me.
It wasn't for me neither.
Yeah. Well, thank you again, Des, man. I appreciate you reaching out. Everyday people, man. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.
Cowboy Nation.
Day and night. For some women, it can start